Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. We're here at 11th Cloud Expo, Silicon Valley. I'm privileged to have with me Ilker Cebeli from QLogic. Thank you for joining us, Ilker.
Thanks for being here, and I'm glad to be in Cloud Expo again.
Lots of tweeting going on from QLogic, lots of activity at the booth. Let's imagine somebody, when they're running down the alphabet of cloud, didn't get to Q yet. How do we catch them up with what you guys do?
Well, we do the all pedigree of products between the storage subsystems all the way to the servers. So we are the plumbing for the cloud.
The plumbing for the cloud. What's not to like about that? In other words, we need you.
Exactly. So we've been in the industry for a long time servicing to pedigree of products to enterprise customers. And now we are moving into the cloud. And the same problem that enterprise customers have in 20 plus years, now the cloud vendors having the same issues. So we're bringing our expertise with our host bus adapters and switches, routers, you name it. They are utilizing our products in their infrastructures.
So QLogic itself has been around 20 years, or the people in it have been around?
Well, we've been in the industry over 20 years now. And
what a pedigree. In cloud years, that's like 200.
Yeah. So we provide the capabilities, infrastructure capabilities that goes into the cloud data centers, where they move the data between the servers and the storage, and we have end-to-end solutions between the server host bus adapters, routers and switches, and the target adapters at the storage vendors.
So who would I typically be then? If there is such a thing as a typical QLogic customer, who would I be?
Well, give an example. I mean, today in the enterprise infrastructure, like a big banks or financial industry, and our OEMs like Dells and HPs of the world, they use our products in their servers, and our target customers on the storage side will be EMCs, NetApp, you name it. And between you have the switch vendors. They customize our switch solutions, could be HP, Dell again, or Cisco, and they utilize our environment.
And have you been following the trajectory of this industry, Ilker? Have you been doing as well as everyone else, or are you ahead of it, behind it, just in line with it? Where would you place QLogic?
So QLogic is been following the same trend, and I personally been in the industry, specifically in cloud, more than 10 years now. And what's happening in the industry is the big data movement, as you know, is growing rapidly, and the more data movement and the storage is growing rapidly. So our trajectory going to the cloud is being accelerated with the cloud being integrated into all our computing and storage environment. And acceleration is also demanded by the experience of the cloud vendors, seeing the same problems that enterprise customers have in over 20 plus years. So that's where we are coming into the game. And
is QLogic expecting big data to disrupt? Is it going to maybe make it have to go too fast too soon, or are you comfortable with that?
I think you've probably seen in this show a lot, the theme is that big data existed so many years, right? So big data existed in an enterprise. Now it's just moving into the cloud. And it's moving into the cloud in a bigger and faster and different formats. So what our role is to be able to help the cloud vendors, how they can move their current infrastructures, whether it's in the enterprise or in the cloud, much easier, efficiently, and flexible. So, give an example with our data migration tools, you can move your big data in the enterprise to solutions like AWS seamlessly, or Terramark seamlessly.
Sounds like a good value prop to me. I want to go to QLogic.com and take a look. Where should I go beyond that?
Well, that's a great question. The first place you could go on our QLogic.com, go to the Solutions tab, and you will see different white papers and solutions for data migration tools, our HP adapters, and you will see our routers and switches, and you will click on the white papers and frequently asked questions. There's tons of stuff.
And you'll be converted to the QLogic cause instantly.
Exactly.
And thoroughly, because it's very, very real. Thank you so much, Ilker, for joining us. Ilker Cebeli from QLogic, inviting you to go to the resource-rich QLogic.com site. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us out there on the World Wide Web.